Alright, what's up everybody? This is Give Your Anxiety on the mic here, and we're going to be bringing you guys another AoE3 video here back in the GUA June 2020 sub-tournament. We're in round of 16 here, and we have Danielek versus Optimus Prime. Going to be another great series. Game 1's going to be played on High Plains here, and we'll get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel here for Danielek here. Let's see what civ Danielek gets here in game number 1. Alright, Danielle getting the Spanish civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Optimus. Let's see what civ Optimus gets here in game number 1. Optimus getting the Japan civilization.
We could see some funky stuff from Optimus, though. He's not a very standard player. Maybe he's gonna find a way to, get a few trading posts on that line. That's Japan.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. Two good players here. Danielek, he used to be a brig actually. I think he's just been playing a lot of treaty lately. And Optimus Prime with the Colonel rank here. So two high ranked players. Hopping in the game 1 here in the best of 5.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited to see Daniel play 1v1 because I know he's been playing some of it recently, but he's traditionally really a team player. That's how he got his rank. That's what he's been playing. So I really don't know. I don't know how he plays 1v1. I don't know what civs he can play in 1v1. So I'm very curious to see him play.
Yeah, definitely. He's kind of a fairly newer player in terms of coming into like the competitive scene, I suppose. I don't know his full story, but I think he's been around probably for a while. But kind of seemed like he made a splash fairly recently into the competitive scene. Really kind of blew up.
Yeah, he started playing high-level teams maybe, I don't know, something like 6 months ago or maybe a year. I don't know, but not too long, yeah. So he's fairly new, that's true. But he did, well, he's kind of been around since the first EPL where he was already the manager of my team, the CMC.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a year ago, I guess. So I guess we can say he's been around since a year.
Yeah, I agree with that. But even so, like, usually you don't see a player that kind of just like randomly appears and then becomes a brigadier. Usually, like, getting up to a brigadier rank, even if it's like team, takes like 4 years, like a very long time. There's maybe like 10 different brigs in the whole game. So he definitely seemed to kind of make a pretty big splash into the competitive scene. Just kind of showed up out of nowhere and then like got really high rank.
Yeah, he's one of these players who just used to be maybe decent and then decided to like start to really play, really try hard, really watch all the streams and play high level team games all the time. And a bit like Taban maybe did, except Taban didn't play TIB at all, but I think he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a treasure contention there, and Optimus is getting the 80 wood. Meanwhile, Daniel went for market, so it might slow down his age up a little bit. It's not the easiest market as Spain, so he might have to age up 16. And what did Optimus ship? We'll see soon enough what Optimus is sending.
Yeah, getting that 80 wood with Japan, very big there. And Optimus also has his eyes on 50 wood. If he starts it, he should be able to get it since Danielek's going for this Tomahawk treasure. But, and yeah, there we go, Optimus starting it. So, yeah, if he gets an 80 wood and a 50 wood, that's going to be really nice for Japan.
Oh, yeah, especially because he's going Kami.
Yeah.
And Kami with 80 wood, that's more than enough for one shrine, so he can already slam down the second shrine. And he's aging quite early as well, so of course the wood start is quite nice for Japan in that situation. So he's gonna just play it old school basically, Portuguese consulate, ship Kami, just shrine boom, as much as you can, something like that, and then maybe age or just spam Ashinagi. But that is also going to give a lot of time to Spain to probably go for ATP.
Yeah, and this is also a very large map where, like, obviously the Ashes are extremely fast muskets and, like, extremely good at raiding. And when the maps are really large, it just, like, it makes Japan that much better where you know, your opponent has to walk like incredibly far from one shrine to the next to siege them down. And like Spain usually relies on like cannons and pushing with cannons. Well, when the map's really large, it's going to make the cannons are going to take a lot longer to cross the map and it's going to be harder to protect. While you could have these like insanely fast ashes just like zooming across the map, picking up villagers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But at the same time, this map also has a lot of hunts, so I guess that's like that bison hunt plus the deer hunt is gonna be really nice for Spain. He's gonna have food for a long time. I guess we'll see how it goes, but yeah, it goes as like they started as we expected pretty much. I mean, I would have expected Optimus to maybe take a TP. He's gonna take a TP now on the bottom right. But yeah, as expected, we do see, ATP for Spain. He did a pretty good job of splitting his Vil, his Tomahawk, his Dog, and his Explorer. Just trying to deny. You see, he placed down one TP here and didn't finish it. Just trying to take the control of the TP line already. Yeah. And I think Optimus wants to take a second TP, but he won't be able to on the top left.
Yeah, actually, I really like Optimus' start though. Kind of focusing on the shrines. And knowing that he'll still be able to build at least one TP. I guess it would have been nice if he would have been able to get a second one there. But I think it makes sense to kind of build some more shrines rather than like the TP earlier, before like some of the other shrines. Since he was still able to get a training post.
Yeah, I think one TP is good enough. I mean, it just makes a big difference between having 4 TPs to 1 and 5 to 0. 4 TPs to 1 is like 3 TPs for advantage instead of 5, so it makes a massive. It's an 8 villager swing basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Roughly 7 or 8. So it's really big. Also gonna force Spain to go siege it down at some point. It's also a nice TP because it's on the border of the map, so it's gonna be more costly for Spain to go siege it down. It's gonna take more time. Meanwhile, the Dog doing some good, taking lots of HP down from the Explorer, gonna poof back in base. Already on 130 pop, so quite a good shrine boom for Optimus despite taking the trading post.
Yeah, I think Optimus looking pretty good here. Also getting a couple market upgrades here, just actually the barrier upgrades here. Shipping 600 coin, and I think Optimus is actually going to be trying to age here, basically doing a naked semi-FF, I believe. Or, because no military building, he's got to be, right? No military building, so shrining sieges, or still putting up shrines.
And I think he identified that since he was gonna. Oh, wait, who did you mean as semi-FF? Did you mean Spain or.
No, Optimus. Probably both of them, but looks like Optimus is gathering 2 age.
Yeah, Optimus is going for the quick FF, and that's one way to do it.
Oh, we're seeing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, I just noticed, Danielek actually building a barracks back at home and defensive tower. Are we seeing a fast industrial or fast revolt? I'm pretty sure we are. I think I just realized. Yeah, Danielek, I think he's a player who likes to revolt / do fast industrials, and I'm pretty sure this barracks and tower indicates that.
I think what happened here is that Daniel knew he would not be able to go for a. Wait, no, he's actually making it. Huh. I thought you can't ship 700 gold directly and age because you build so many TPs. When you build like 4 TPs like that, you can't age directly with 700 gold. So I thought he was like, okay, let's ship 700 wood anyway, because 700 gold first would be useless, and then I can get that barracks up, and it's nice, the barracks is up already, so I can make units early. But I didn't think he would actually train units before aging, so now he's going to be really late. Actually, Japan is going to be up way faster than Spain here.
Yeah, definitely a little bit strange, and it's also going to slow down like his shipment progression. Like he has almost 2 shipments available now, and it feels like is he just going to probably float these shipments and just wait until he gets age 3 to ship another shipment? He's definitely.
Yeah, I think instead of doing this, you could have shipped 8 bags if you wanted. Right. 5 bills, so he could do the same stuff, but without stacking a billion shipments. Because he's got basically 3 shipments stacked right now. That's insane.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while before he's up still. And Optimus pulling out some different play here, building the Shogunate Shrine actually to go up to H3.
Oh, and he's got the best arrows coming forward, so I think these spikes are dead. They're gonna get snared and just die, I think. Although the Explorer can't snare, but the Daimyo can, and it's very high HP. Or maybe some of them will escape.
Yeah, it looks like Optimus, I think he's shipping something to the Daimyo as it's not moving. A little bit of pause here.
Optimus looking to be sieging that TP with like 7 bows, which is a bit questionable.
Yeah, but he's shipping right now. He's either shipping flaming arrows or Nagis, or he's shipping something to the Daimyo.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, maybe he could have switched to. What if he just switched to Japanese Consulate and shipped Intervention first card, because these clubs are like very good at sieging, and then just get the TPs down. Could have been interesting, but he's going for flaming arrows. So he knows that Spain is aging, thankfully, because like 5 Haas would completely shut this down. But
yeah, it's kind of surprising to see Optimus still on the port consulate. He'll probably want to switch it over, perhaps forgetting or waiting a little bit longer before switching.
Yeah, but all in all, if you look at the game, like, I mean, Japan is just so far ahead in eco. He's just got better units, more units. And Spain, he's got a bunch of shipments, but it's gonna be a while until he can send them. And now another 2 flaming arrows popping.
Yeah, this is looking bad for Danielek. Like, and the barracks is, you know, obviously out of position, so just losing a barracks for free is gonna be quite painful to replace. And
also
the tower.
Yeah, questionable second barracks instead of maybe a stable. I think Lancers would be pretty good right now, but like, imagine just 10 Lancers and Minutemen might clean this up, but he doesn't have a stable, so...
Yeah, not looking too good for Danielek here, kind of falling apart.
I think his age up was just too late.
Yeah.
He aged it. Oh, but the Haas...
Yeah, she's being shipped to the Daimyo. But gonna pick up 1 flaming arrow. Minutemen and Lancers here. And Rod's moving on in.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
he just
ashes.
doesn't have... He could have more. And I mean, he's got shipments on the way still, so this is not the right time to take a fight. And I think this is pretty much GG. Not gonna lie, I mean, a couple of Yabu Sam's being trained for some reason. But
GG. Yeah, he has a shipment on the way and another one in the bank. So, been unfortunate there for Danielek. But that was a really interesting play from Optimus. I like that, getting up to age 3 and then just going really heavy on military.
yeah, and just Daniel being up at 9:30 is way too late. Spain should be up at 7:30 max or something. Well, of course a bit later if you go for ATP, but not at 9:30. There's no way. So I think the 5 pikes he made actually arguably cost him the game. Like, these spikes delayed him so much. I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly, but that is way too late of an age up for Spain for sure.
Yeah, definitely caused him to float like 3 shipments. Definitely. And we're getting right into game 2 here. Game 2 going to be played on Tuparro. And we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Danielek. Let's see what Danielek gets here in game number 2. Alright, Danielek getting the Ottoman civilization. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Optimus. Let's see what Civ Optimus gets here in game number 2. Optimus getting the Iroquois civilization. Alright, get into game 2 here. Let's see, Optimus currently up 1-0 here. Yeah, Euro versus Otto. What are your thoughts here?
Well, it seems quite impossible for Euro to deal with Jan Abers in H2, basically. So what you can do as Otto most of the time is just get ahead in H2 by having the Jan Abers composition. make sure you don't die to any sort of rush or anything, while also securing a stagecoach. But on this map, it's going to be really, really hard to get any sort of stagecoach going. So I don't know. Maybe this map is quite good for Hero. But either way, then you can just age at some point, and when you get falconets, it becomes even harder for Hero because they don't have a real way to deal with falconets easily. But we'll have to see how they play it. We have seen some shenanigans with Hero sometimes, like going for a fast age sort of rush into an age up after that, which is a bit weird, but it seems to work, sort of. But yeah, we do have a wood start, which means a mask for Otto and a TP for Hero. It looks like he's gonna go for this TP, interestingly enough.
Yeah, and interesting point to bring up for this map. You know, sometimes it spawns with the vertical TP route where there's 4 on the same line, and other times it's this horizontal one that we're seeing where there's 2 separate TP lines. And this is probably better for Hero if it was like, you know, the 4 TP route. Well, I mean, I guess both teams could really fight for the TP line, but a lot of times you see Otto get the TPs, but also, you know, Hero can be really aggressive with and secure some trading posts themselves.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be. This is the better spawn, I think, for Hero. For sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Optimus is going to be going for his trading post, but yeah, a little bit late. I'm not sure if this will cost him a pass or not.
It cost him the first pass, but I think. Oh yeah, he was really late because you're always late because you have to chop 100 wood. But I think he went for treasure or something. Yeah, he went for 40 coin, and this is gonna be really close actually.
Yeah,
I legit have no idea. I guess he's gonna miss it. Yeah, he's missed it. That's painful.
Yeah, and he realizes that. Yeah, he realizes he messed up, and yeah, he delayed that significantly. I mean, he obviously walked to the extremely far trading post. And then, yeah, he went for that, like, 40 coin charger. So, yeah, missing that XP pass, and I mean, it's a pretty big TP route. Like, he's not going to get it for a while. He's going to get his first, like, XP pass at, like, I don't know, 2 minutes and a half.
Yeah, that's, like, probably 80 XP he just lost right there. And that's a bit sad to see because that was the right TP, I think. I mean, going for this one would have been wrong. But, like, going for this... That one, or the one he's built now, should have been the first XP, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he just was too greedy to go for that small 40 coin treasure. It was not a good idea. And yeah, meanwhile, Daniel got a pretty good start. He's got that 70 wood treasure and got the first mask upgrade from it. So, you know, he's got a TP, a mask, and the upgrade already. And he's aging. While Optimus obviously had to chop wood, so he's going to age a little bit later. So pretty good start for Daniel here, I think.
Yeah, the ultimate age of time, it always kind of makes me laugh, and it's kind of just insane. Especially when, like, your opponent, you know, has to, like, chop wood or something. Just comparing the age of times would be quite funny.
Yeah. Then again, even though Optimus had to chop, at least he's going to have a TP in age 1, while you don't always have that as Hero. So I guess he's not too upset about it. But yeah, for sure, there's going to be a large disparity in the age of time. And you can see Otto already being able to build that second TP. And that's a bit unfortunate for Optimus. He doesn't know about it. But if he went for that TP directly, he would have denied Stagecoach for Otto. But obviously, it was a 50-50 chance, you know, so...
Yeah, very true. But Optimus is getting some pretty nice treasures here. He picked up 140 food, and he's about to get 100 XP treasure. So, yeah, there's some pretty good treasures beginning this early in the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that used to be 250 food, and we fixed it. It's like 250 food for 4 Jaguars is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So now it's 140 for 3. So he was able to pick that up. And yeah, 100 XP is definitely going to make up for missing that first XP.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what these players' agenda is here in H2. Looks like this is the normal age up for Optimus, not doing the fast age up. So what you'd probably expect here. Oh, and we have a forward barracks here for Daniel, and also a market going down. Nope, actually canceling the market. Is he going to rebuild it?
I hope he doesn't build a market. I think he needs the wood for Stagecoach, for a foundry, for all that stuff.
Perhaps change his mind there.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I like this from Optimus. Very defensive war hut, aged up with the slow age up with the resources, and I think he's just gonna play this defensively and maybe try to sneak up to H3, or perhaps just train some units in H2, hold the aggression, and kind of go from there.
yeah, he might just make it FF. Like I think he's gonna skip the 5 bills maybe and just go for the crates directly. You see, he didn't even gather the 100 wood from the age up because he already doesn't want to delay his age up, and so he's just gonna gather the coin, and that is one way to play it. I mean, it's gonna be pretty tough for Otto to really punish this build. What Otto can do is follow up to Fortress basically, and then I think it's fine. But if he stays H2 against this, he might be in trouble because it's gonna be like really hard to deal with the forest crawlers basically.
Yeah, definitely. This is gonna be a really quick age up for Optimus, and he still has the fast age up Politician. So we're about to see Optimus start aging in just a little bit. He needs a little bit more food here, and what is it called? Eagle Eye shot coming out from the Iroquois Explorer there, saving the villagers.
There's definitely for Kenyas on the way.
Yeah.
He's not queuing close, right? So he's got 8 pop. So
yeah, over popped here. But he's aging, so he's gonna have some Kanyas to, even do some raiding, and this is kind of nice because it's gonna buy him time potentially. I mean, there are a good amount of Jans here threatening the War Hut and the. But yeah, just with the Town Center and the War Hut, it's actually just gonna push the Jans back, and you could just raid with some Kanya, I suppose here.
Yeah, but we have a stable from Otto, and I don't think I like it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jan Haas is gonna be quite bad against Musket Riders, basically. Like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess. I guess the good thing is that this Travois is probably dead.
Yeah, it popped on the wrong side, and it's just gonna die immediately here. That was pretty poor from Optimus. He should have been more careful with that. He really didn't need to lose it there. He could have potentially got up and obviously not pop it on that side like he did. But we do have a nice little counter raid here coming from the Kanye, so they're going to buy quite a bit of time, or at least distract. Well, no, Optimus or Daniel's just committing to the War Hut, but still.
One bill going down as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
But this is going to be Hero without a military building, without 5 bills, while Otto has Stagecoach. The one thing is obviously that Hero is H3, so he's gonna get 1 unit shipment, probably the Musket Riders, and has maybe a shot at defending this. But Hero feels pretty damn naked right now. If you look at his base,
yeah, look at this trade though. Actually, Kanye's catching the Jans, and now the Musket Riders are here to really kind of pick up these Jans, and I think this is a really good trade here for Optimus.
Yeah, and this is why you don't want to Jan Haas Samai, because he's gonna try to age, which I like. I like that Daniel is gonna try to follow up. But imagine if instead of Haas he had like 5 Abus, he would have been fine in this trade. But now the Haas are kind of useless.
Yeah, and Optimus is gonna chase down these Janisters. A little bit of slightly sloppy control, kind of idling for a little bit, but should eventually pick up all these Jans and could have even got those Husks there. Good job not losing a bill there too, as a couple Husks come raiding. Optimus's villas on the gold mine there.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting game.
Yes.
But I would say that Otto is in a pretty good spot now because he's gonna be up with the fast age, I hope. Yeah, he's fast aging. And then Hero going for 1k2 crates, which is a bit greedy. I think he needed to go for like 8 for his brothers and just push out already. Then he could be punishing this age up, but now that he's staying to age, he's gonna sit in base with traits and not gonna really be able to punish Otto. Although he did kill like 3 vills right now, or yeah Otto got 3 vills, which is something.
Right, and Danielle's entire economy basically pinned inside town center there, so a lot of idle villagers and Musket Riders moved back in, and I was gonna say, so looking at the units lost so far in this game, so in the trades that we've seen so far, well, 3 vills down for Danielek, but we had 4 Kanye's being lost for Optimus, and 15 Jans and 5 Husks for Daniel. So quite one-sided trade there.
Yeah, but then he also got the Warhead and the
Oh yeah, true, Warhut. Yeah.
table,
Mhm.
and he idled a lot the Vills. But yeah, it's still, you know, pretty costly trade. And again, I'm repeating myself, but if Otto had Abus instead of Huss, these trades would have been quite a bit better for Otto. And even now, I mean, what is Otto gonna do with that stable now? Like, is he really gonna keep making Huss? I feel like he can't. I feel like he needs Fogs or Abus, but he would need a Foundry instead of that stable. That's my point.
Yeah, I agree. Just with how good Abus are, it feels like a little bit of a shame to kind of just pass them up and go for like a stable and Huss instead.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Eero got Stagecoach on his side of the map. Well, not his side, but like on the other TP line, with the 1k2 crates. So that's nice for him. I mean, he's pulling ahead in eco now, and he's ahead in military as well. But now Eero still has to deal with the Falconet shipment, which can be tough, especially as Eero doesn't have a stable, so he can't really deal with the Falcons now. He's not really gonna get any more Musket Riders. He's already shipped 5 and he can't make them, so a bit painful.
Yeah, and we see Optimus actually shipping 6 Kanye, but yeah, like you said, with no stable, they're not going to be able to be upgraded. But they could just be Raiders and just, I guess, be really annoying in that sense.
Yeah, it's quite the obvious shipment now. I mean, you're not gonna go for 8 Forest Brawlers because you don't have a, like, you can only train Forest Brawlers, so you don't also want to ship them. So obviously he's gonna ship the Kenyas, but they, like you said, they're not gonna be upgraded just yet. Although he's adding a stable now, so he will be able to upgrade. And meanwhile, we do see Daniel building that Foundering base. So that stable slowed him down. He had to pay for another building now. And that's a bit expensive because he's going to have to rebuild the TP here. So that's 200 wood, 250 wood for the foundry, another 200 wood if he wants to get veteran Abus. So it's a lot of wood for Otto right now to pay.
Yeah, and we do see one Ottoman villager going down there, but Jan's getting some shots in. That was a nice little 160 coin treasure. Ooh, a couple more villagers trying to build the train post. And with 2 cannons now on the field, I think Daniel wants to push, but he's got to deal with these raids for the time
this
being.
is buying so much time. Optimus knows he can just stay here, even if he has to lose his 2 Kenyas, and meanwhile he's just getting the barracks down. So again, even more expensive. He has to build another barracks now.
Yeah, that's really big. And yeah, Optimus does a really good job controlling his cav, just knowing how well they can be, just using them as like a distraction and just to buy time, kind of.
Yeah, now gonna raid again. That's gonna be a nice raid. But and meanwhile, Jan's going forward. Gonna get a volley with these falconets. Nice volley there.
Yeah, really big one. Couple villagers going down though here for Daniel. Second vill about to go down, and probably a third.
And yeah, he's lost 9 vills. That's way too much.
Yeah.
If he had plus 9 vills, he would be in such a good spot. But now he's quite a bit behind.
And looking at Optimus's macros a little bit out of whack here. I mean, he's multitasking quite a bit with these raids, but I don't think nobody on wood and needs some houses. He's got a lot of rest stacked up here. There he goes.
He's got a house up now, so he's gonna be able to at least make some units. But yeah, he needs to. Yeah, okay, now he's gonna make units. For a second, I was wondering if he would try to go industrial, but that would be a little bit crazy.
Yeah. And here we go. The Ottoman army is moving forward with the 2 cannons, but ooh.
That's not a big army. I think it's gonna get shut down quite
Pretty good
easily.
protection though from on the cannons there.
Yeah.
Last second pull.
That's a pretty good. That's the best fight Otto could get.
Yeah, just too much though. Looks like. Both cannons going down here, and Danielek calling the GG. So Optimus very quickly going up 2-0.
Yeah, that was an interesting build from him. I do feel like Otto had the chance to take it, but he just made a couple mistakes that were really expensive, I think, for him. And ended up just not having a big army. That's what it came down, right? He just didn't have a lot of units at this point. and just lost the fight in GG.
All right, so we're going to get in game 3 here. Game 3 going to be played on Arkansas. We're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Danielek. Let's see what civ Danielek gets here in game number 1. All right. Danielek is getting the China civilization. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Optimus. Let's see what civ Optimus gets here. Did I say game number 1? It was game number 3. Optimus getting... Let's see what civ Optimus gets. Optimus getting the Russia civilization. Could do the respin. Alright, he's going for the respin. Actually, Optimus with a level 100. Does Optimus not play Russia?
I don't recall playing.
I guess he doesn't.
He did play a couple of times Russia against me, but it's not one of his main civs.
Alright, so Danielek asking for respin. Let's go ahead and respin for Danielek. Danielek getting the Sioux civilization.
Sioux in team, but I might be wrong.
Ooh, pulling out the my deck, just a single Sioux deck. But here we go, getting into game 3 here in this best of 5. Optimus currently up 2-0, so do or die for Daniel here. He's got to win this one to stay alive. And this is round of 16, so we do have a $500 prize pool where the top 8 get a prize. So whoever wins this will move on to the round of 8, and they will get a $20 prize, and obviously a chance to continue playing to win more money. Alright, we're loading on in here into game 3.
And looking at the hunts, I think it's quite good.
Sounds good. Alright, so we got Daniel in the blue playing as the Sioux civilization, and Optimus Prime in the red playing as the Russia civilization here. As that Sioux explorer zooms across the map, not really finding anything too valuable yet though. And looks like Russia explorer will be finding an 80 food treasure. Gonna probably go for this right off the bat.
Oh wait, but he's chopping wood. So that was a wood start, and he's chopping wood. He's building a house. I guess he's just gonna go for a market. Yeah, we do see market going down because he had the gold for it. So Russia can go for market, but it slows them down a bit because they have to first build a house and then build the market. So sometimes, you know, they get hunting dogs a little bit late. But because he's got that 80 food treasure, I reckon that Russia should not be too late. So he's gonna have a market start, which is definitely nice.
Yep, pretty good.
Hunting dogs are sort of really good for Russia, as they tend to have most of their veals and food most of the time. So
yeah, pretty nice start there for Optimus. But Daniel also picking up a 95 wood treasure, and he gets the outlaw rifleman, so that's really nice. Wow, is he gonna try to like get this treasure without an explorer? Like,
yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah,
because
that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, he's doing it pretty well too. He's just gonna pull back now and do it again, and yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good control there from Daniel.
Yeah,
just getting a treasure like, for free.
Unfortunately, gonna get the XP after he can ship the veals, but still a nice little pickup there. And meanwhile, he was able to check out on the other treasures with his war chief, because he was not taking the treasure, so he was able to scout and to figure out that, well, there's nothing here. So now he knows he can go on top of the map, and now he's gonna find his city. And when he gets his convert, surely he will be able to take it quite easily with the Renegado again. Gonna do again, actually. Gonna abuse again that Renegado.
Yeah, very nice.
That guy should have less attack, let's face it. But, you know, I tried to have it nerfed, but it's got less range instead now, which is nice, but still 40 attack.
You used to be able to kite with it a bit more, right? Versus explorers and all. That when it had more range. Yeah, long.
You could actually kite the explorers with it when it had more range, so now you can shoot at it or crack shot it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's still too strong as a unit, like against anything else than explorers, like guardians or an envoy. I don't know, or anything really. It does so much damage. But yeah, so nice. Well, nicely abused by Danielle here. I mean, he's abusing Sioux to its whole extent in H1, which is how you should do it. And so he's got an extra CDB, a 95 wood, an 80 XP treasure, and yeah, that's a tremendous start for him.
Yeah, really good H1 there for Daniel. And he's now even using these treasure gardens to scout the map, see if there's going to be a forward blockhouse, but that is not the case. And now he's taking a trading post and taking the one closest to Optimus's base. As in the recent EP patches, they have decreased the building radius for trading posts. So, I mean, I don't remember in the past. You were able to sometimes? Were you able to build this? You were always able to build it, yeah. But like on obviously on other maps. So yeah, it's not relevant in this map. But yeah, like in other maps, now you can build a trading post like right next to someone's TC, which
Right, yeah.
some people like, some people dislike. I do not like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be reverted. So
yeah, good. A lot of talk about that. Yeah, I think that makes sense to revert it because it just buffs the ATP and all that. But anyways, back to this game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sioux fast stage actually. And so Russia is going in base with this blockhouse. And Sioux going for 700 wood, which is maybe surprising. You might have expected him to open with the 4 Axe Riders, right? Because he was up at 340, which is super early, and he could have abused the Axe Riders and tried to idle Russia maybe. But he's gonna be content to just take the TP line apparently. I think he's got Stagecoach on the way. And just gonna take the whole TP line quite fast.
Yeah, I think this is like underrated. Like Sioux getting like a TP line, it just seems really good. Like I don't know, they almost kind of remind me of like Ottoman in a way, because like they're kind of like low eco, but then they can get these like really strong military units. And if you can just like buff the Sioux eco a little bit, like they can get H3 and get like rifle riders, dog soldiers, and just have this like really strong army.
Yeah, I see what you mean. The difference being that Sioux is not up as fast as Otto, I guess, and they kind of lack the strong infantry units in H2, which can make it a little bit harder to control the TP line. But in this game, for sure, he was able to get quite an early stagecoach, and Russia is going to try to get a TP down, but depending on what comes out of this table, Sioux might be able to defend. If you got 5 Raiders, you could totally defend that.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Danielle shipping 700 coin, and let's take a look at units in queue here. Actually, nothing in queue. Looks like for their player, so I think Daniel's just gonna head on up to H3 here. And Optimus shipping 700 food.
Huh. Yeah, so he's gonna have to slow age now because he used the fast stage already. So this is I don't know how this is gonna go. It's interesting by Danielle, but I'm worried he might lose the control of his whole TP line meanwhile. And Optimus is gonna follow up. He's just gonna age.
Yeah, I've seen I don't know. I don't know if I really like Optimus aging. I feel like Russia H3s just never really feel that strong, and kind of Russia reminds me of like India in a way, where like they can just stay H2 like forever and just be really strong with like the super late H2 play. Because right, like if Optimus doesn't age, he like would easily get both TPs and.
Well,
I don't know.
I agree with you, but I think in this specific game, he got kind of lucky, and it's actually kind of a great age up because Sioux didn't make any units. But it's not like, it's not like you would expect Sioux to just do this. So I don't know why Optimus decided to age now, but in fact, he's got exactly the right amount of musketeers to get the TPs back, and he's still gonna be up at the same time as Sioux. Oh well, actually he's aging slow, so he's not gonna be up at the same time, but he could have been. Or is he aging fast? Wait, what's... No, he's aging with the... I don't know what. Probably the 5 Cossacks age up.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, being able to kill 2 training posts are massive, and Alchemist rebuilding one of them, and probably about to rebuild this other one, so yeah, looking pretty good here for Optimus.
Daniel is maybe gonna go industrial.
Wow, yeah, look at the res he's floating here.
Because like he could have made Berators or something while aging, right? It's not like it's a bad unit to train. Would have been safe too, but nah, he's gonna go industrial. Oh wait, he's spending his resources now, but he's also aged with 1k food. So I don't know. This is weird. But yeah, the thing is, now it's 2 TPs to 1 for Russia, so it feels like this stagecoach build hasn't paid off for Sioux at all.
Oh, and yeah, oh yeah, I guess I missed Daniel did chip the 4 villagers. Is that now? Is that 4 or 5 villagers?
It's 5. It's 5.
Okay. Did they ever nerf it at one point, or because they buffed it to 5?
I mean, it's 4 on RE, and it was 5 on EP,
Right.
and then they got back to 4, and then back to 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so there's a lot of back and forth there. Okay.
But Daniel cancelled his units, and now he queued. I guess he changed. He was probably making more Rifle Raiders, and as soon as he saw that Russia was up, he decided to stop making Rifle Raiders, maybe? Let's see what he's got in queue. And now he's making Bow Riders, which makes sense. You don't really want to make Rifle Raiders against Russia in H3 because they can get Cav Archers, which are really great against Rifle Raiders. But you want to make Rifle Raiders against H2 Russia, so he just, you know, adapted to the Russian age up and made new units. But if you look at the game, I mean, Russia's just got so much more units and 1 more TP, so it looks pretty good for him.
Yeah, I mean, ecos are pretty even right now. Danielle's up 5 villagers, but down 1 trading post.
Yeah, but Russia will, of course, like outboom soon. So you know, it's.
Yeah.
We'll yes.
Yeah.
I guess it's also because Russia's slow aged with the. I guess it was just 13 straight that's actually 17 straight age up. So he didn't make bills, but he could be up in ego already, if he fast aged. But
yeah, Optimus's house. There's 1,000 wood coming in for him, so it's gonna allow him to get a lot of infrastructure up. And yeah, with Russia training villagers in batches of 3, they just end up, you know, coming out quicker than training villagers individually, like the other civilizations. So yeah, definitely the potential to kind of catch up and pass up Daniel there in the eco game. And we'll have to see what Optimus is going to do with all this wood here. Just throwing down a second blockhouse very defensively. And upgrading muskets here. Going to probably upgrade the Strelets, I'd imagine.
yeah, I don't know about that second blockhouse in base. He kind of needs map control soon. He will be out of hunts, so he would maybe want to have a stable on, not a stable. I mean a blockhouse on the map instead of a second blockhouse in base. But yeah, so Daya's gonna push forward. He's got that for riders, Wakina composition with a couple of rifle riders in. And he's gonna pull back. I guess he realizes he doesn't have to push in there. He's gonna just go back and try to get the TPs down.
Yeah, gonna try to get this TP line back, and the Wakina, yeah, are able to do a lot of damage right now. As there's no cavalry out for Optimus. He is now working on a stable, and yeah, he's gonna have to start getting out on the map. And yeah, he's on berries right now with a few villagers. Always feels a little bit painful being on berries, but he now has upgraded Strelets and upgraded muskets, and he's gonna be moving out across the map here with a pretty large military population.
Yeah, and there's no cav for Sioux, so it's gonna be, I mean, no hand cav, so it's not gonna be so easy to deal with this. He's got the range advantage, and Wakinas are pretty fast with the War Chief, so he can hit and run, but he can't really kill all these Tridents quickly. So he might have to pull back here. But if he can get the Dog Soldier big button in a few minutes, he could deal with this.
Yeah, forcing Daniel to pull back some of his villagers, which were hunting pretty far out here, but now gonna get retasked a little bit closer hunt. And looks like Optimus is pushing here. Oh, no, dog soldier raid, but there are yeah, here we go, the veteran cav archers out to kind of catch the dog soldiers.
Oh, they're AFK, but now they're gonna come in.
Yeah.
And but that. Wait, is Daniel gonna let them die? That's not too good though. He kind of needed the dogs. Like the dogs right now would actually make a difference in this fight. But okay, so one dog's gonna pull back. So he's killed 5 vills, but he lost his dogs. So I don't know how I feel about that. The dogs are kind of important. But yeah, still no real way for Russia to deal with this Wakina mass. He can't really go in because he gets hit and run, and
yeah.
Daniel doing a good job at kiting away.
Daniel losing every single military building here. It looks like he is getting ready for big button dog soldiers. Almost at 1,500 food, and yeah, I mean there's not a ton of anti-cav from Optimus, but
it's only 4 dogs at this point. I think. So
yeah, it's a bit of an early dog soldier timing. Cav combat does come in.
I don't know why he's not just mining gold here with these guys. I don't know where they're going, honestly. I guess they're going on that hunt here. But I mean, he's got all his eco on foot right now, so he could have been mining gold in that gold mine in his base. A bit weird.
And also the fire pit, it looks like, you know, it's kind of out of position. Obviously, if you're going to do the big one dog soldiers and then go for a big, you know, timing push, you want to have like basically every villager dancing on fire pit.
Oh no, he called the dogs at 14 minutes, which is the old time for 5 dogs, but now he's got only 4 because it has been changed. Now you need to wait until 15 minutes.
Oh god, look at this Optimus raid. Did you see this?
Oh man, that's so massive.
Yeah.
So Sioux has no eco now, so he needs to really win this fight really hard, which he may be able to be fair.
Dog soldiers trying to get onto the front line here to start tanking these trailer shots. There are a good amount of Cossacks here, but no anti-cav. Villagers being pulled in as Optimus knows he can manage to lose quite a bit of vills here, as long as he just doesn't lose everything, since he had killed so many Sioux villagers.
Yeah, that's pretty smart by Optimus here, tanking with vills, and it's gonna be enough. I think we've seen a quick 3-0 here. Wow.
Yeah, Daniel tapping out, so Optimus getting the clean sweep here. Impressive.